Okay. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day 2 IEEE PES YP Asia Pacific Regional Summit 23. I am Devendra and I am honored to be a moderator for today's online summit. We have a diverse and distinguished panel of the speaker lined up, and we are excited to explore accelerating climate solutions, innovation for a sustainable future with all of you. Before we dive into our discussion, let me take a moment to provide some important information. First and foremost, I'd like to extend warm welcome to each and every one of you who have joined us from different parts of Asia Pacific. We are thrilled to have such a global audience today, and, and it's a testament to the importance of relevance of our topic. Today's summit promises to be valuable and insightful experience. We have brought together expert and thoughtful leaders in the field of who will share their knowledge, experience, and perspective on climate change, career development, student elevation, transition program, and IEEE PES YP program. As we navigate through the discussion, we encourage you to actively participate. Your questions, comments, and insights are highly valued, and you can submit them using chat box. Before we proceed with our day two first speaker, I want to express our sincere gratitude to everyone who has contributed to making this summit possible. Your support is greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let us get started with our first presentation. I would like to introduce our first speaker, Dr. Sheikh Fattah. Dr. Sheikh Fattah received PhD degree in ECE from Concordia University, Canada, and later he was visiting postdoc at Princess University, New Jersey, USA. He received BSc and MSc degree from Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, Bangladesh, where he is currently serving as a professor, Department of EEE. His research interests include signal processing, machine learning, and biomedical engineering. He published more than 215 plus international journal conference papers and delivered more than 80 plus keynote and invited talks in many countries. Dr. Fattah, he is the chair of the IEEE SPS Bangladesh chapter, founding chair of the IEEE RS BDC and SSIT BDC, and vice chair of IEEE MBC BDC. He was the vice chair of ISBDC. He served as the IEEE Bangladesh section chair during 2015-16. He is the chair of IEEE PES Humanitarian Activity Committee, a member of IEEE Public Visibility Committee, IEEE PES Long Range Planning Committee, and IEEE Smart Village Education Committee. He served IEEE HAC from 2018 to 20 Education Chair in various committees of IEEE Region 10, IEEE Educational Activity Board, and IEEE SITE. He served key positions in many international conferences, such as the General Chair of IEEE Region ST till 2017 and TPC Chair of IEEE 10 in 2020. Dr. Fattah received several awards: Concordia University Distinguished Doctoral Dissident Prize in the year of 2007, 2016 IEEE MGA Achievement Award, 2017 IEEE Region 10 ST Outstanding Volunteer Award, 2018 IEEE Region 10 Outstanding Voluntary Award. He is the editorial board member of IEEE Access and Biomed Research International and editor of IEEE PS NV and JWIEB. He is a senior member of IEEE and a fellow of Institution of Engineers, Bangladesh. Presently, chair of IEEE PS Humanitarian Activity Committee. By this introduction, I welcome Dr. Sheikh Fattah sir for today's session on climate change, challenges and action items for a sustainable future. Thank you, sir. Please take over the session. Welcome.
Thank you. Uh, I think I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Yes. Is it audible?
Yeah, it's a great pleasure, especially when I am in the IEEE PS, as well as especially if I am in the IEEE PS young professional space. So thanks, Albin Paul, one of my favorite volunteers. I had a very close experience working with him. So he is a passionate volunteer also for this humanitarian space. So that's why he's, I mean, I'm sure like he likes to promote humanitarian activities in power energy sector. So especially young professionals, they have their own role. They can play, they can actually have the energy. If I talk about the young professionals, they have the energy, so they can make a change. So they have that power. So the today's the theme of the global conference, IEEE global conference, is also very timely, accelerating climate solution, because the whole IEEE is now motivated to pay attention on this particular issue. In particular, IEEE section congress, there was a huge uh, pavilion for this climate change. IEEE has taken a lot of initiative now in all the society level, organizational level, this climate change issue. So we can have a good footprint in this area. So in that journey, I can just give you a very brief introduction within this 1 hour period. So humanitarian aspects, so how we can innovative solutions can be promoted for these sustainable futures. So it's our pleasure that a nice introduction. Thank you for giving me a very very nice introduction. So Devendra, I think, yeah.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes.
yeah, thanks a lot for this hosting this event. So uh, yes, you are actually, I can see you live, so you are my host, so you can tell me if there is any problem or I have to go slow or fast. So that's the brief introduction that has already been given. So basically, I'm an IEEE volunteer. So last 23 years, I'm involved in IEEE. So those who want to, just you can follow, you can just see if you get any inspiration. So that will be good enough for me. And I belong to Bangladesh section, but as well as I work for Region 10 or globally different societies. So that's the beauty of IEEE. So living in Bangladesh, I can get collaboration with volunteers from all over the world. So I'm sure like many of us, we work together and we'll be working together. That's the pleasure of IEEE. And Power Energy Society, believe me, I have been closely working in this particular society. So even the president of this society, I mean, whoever I have seen last 10 years, presidents are coming. I'm just giving an example of president. They are very cooperative. So they are here to listen your voice. Whatever you needed, you just tell them. You have the direct access. Believe me, it's such a society, because I have the experience working in other societies. Like I'm also working the same humanitarian activity committee chairing. I am for IEEE Signal Processing Society or IEEE SSIT. I'm the chair of the whole SSIT chapters. So, I mean, I'm also involved with IEEE MBS or RAS or other societies. So, PES is a nice platform. So, going forward, what's our objective? So, yeah, we all know this is a buzzword, climate change. And if you don't know what is exactly we are talking about in layman language, I mean, what you can see, the global warming or the change in your surroundings, environments, like droughts, rising sea level, floods, heavy rainfall, or in some cases, shortage of rainfall, storms. So, I mean, different other issues, what you can see, especially those who have passed a long period of their time. Let's see, somebody who has spent 60 years, 70 years, they can compare better what was before and what is now. So, I mean, more or less, we have to blame ourselves. So, we'll be coming to that issue because we have actually using the resources from our nature, but we are not responsible in all respects. So, sometimes, Yes, we have to be more careful. That's why we have to first understand actually what we are doing wrong. What's the causes of this climate change? If you don't understand the causes, then it will be for you. So what's the wrong? Everybody is doing that. I am doing? What's special? I am not doing. Everything we are doing, fine. So it's the natural process. That's why it's happening. So first of all, that's why we have to understand what is climate change, why the climate is changing, where is actually we are creating problem. And then once you understand the climate change, then you can think about your roles and responsibility. We call it mitigation of these problems. Sometimes it's possible to take some steps to mitigate. Sometimes, I mean, you cannot control, you can reduce. Sometimes you just have to adopt properly. So what's going on? We call it adaptation. We call it resilience. That means, yes, we know that it will happen, but after the occurrence, what should we do so that we can move back to the original position or even the better position? If you can plan, so you can manage that. That's the overall perspective. Today, we're gonna first tell about the causes of this climate change, effects of this climate change, as well as we'll discuss some mitigation and adaptation methodologies. So, first of all, I mean, what's climate change? So you see, like you always we say, what's the weather tomorrow? Like when there is a cricket match, we see the weather forecasting. It's not actually the climate forecasting. It's the weather. Yeah, the rainfall today, tomorrow, the afternoon. It's the weather. The climate change is statistically significant change in the state of the climate that persists for an extended period of time. So it's an extended period for the last 30 years. What happened to uh, this weather? Tomorrow it will be rainfall. Today it's not. Is actually the weather. So if you have something misconception, then you'll understand. Yes, the parameters are sometimes the interests are same. For example, temperature, rainfall, humidity. So these are the parameters we are looking for our weather as well as for this climate change. So I mean, this long period, extended period effect, we have to understand these parameters change. Okay, temperature, what's going on, and why it's going on. So like temperature, rainfall. So what's the reason? So these are all natural process. So say there are some natural processes you all know, volcano. So you don't have any control to that. Fine. We are here not to discuss about those process. They are mostly natural, so that is definitely they have some roles, but what else we can do for that? And these are the natural processes that I'll not be including in my talk. Rather, we are more concerned about the human activities that's responsible for this climate change. So for example, some people, you may heard about the greenhouse gases or greenhouse effect. Yeah. So what I'm here just to give you very introductory things, because assuming not all of us are clearly understanding all of these issues, and it's not also your job. That's why the talk is here. You don't have to understand everything before you hear. It's okay, fine. Within an hour, you'll get a clear picture. Greenhouse gases. So what does it mean? Why we are so much concerned about that? So if you check this picture, what's happening, the sun rays, they are coming on earth, fine. Without that, we cannot live. It's very true. So in this picture, it's a very easy to understand picture that you can see the blue, green, this portion is art. On top of the art, there is a layer. So what's happening? So when these sun rays are coming, sunlight that hits the earth, they are reflected. It's the simple reflection principle, light reflection principle. So when the sun heat is coming to the earth, some of them are reflected back. So what's happening? Some due to this reflection, they got heat. So carbon dioxide, other gases in the atmosphere, they trap. So they trap the heat, keeping the arm warm. So what's happening? So when it's reflecting back, if it's totally reflected back, that's not a headache. But what's happening? It's not going back. So they're trapped. So around you, these are trapped. So what is happening? When this sunlight passes through the atmosphere to the earth surface is reflecting them back through the atmosphere to the space. But when it's reflected, some gases like carbon dioxide, they can trap this heat in the atmosphere. That's the problem. Somebody is trapping, somebody is preventing them to go back from where they came. So this is greenhouse gases. So they are the greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. They are just like creating a big blanket around the earth. So what happens when you just use blanket, you feel warm, but the earth is sun is enough to give us heat. But yeah, in some sense it's true, like they are also giving keeping us warm, but sometimes this is overwarming. So that's the problem. So these greenhouse gases, not only carbon dioxide, but it is the mostly the carbon dioxide. There are others like this methane, nitrous oxide, and there are some other gases like hydrofluorocarbons. So these are all nitrogen trifluoride, so sulfur hexafluoride. So these are also some other gases. So I understand, because without them the earth would be very cold. Because in winter you'll feel very cold, you need some blanket. But also you have to understand, if you are using too heavy blanket, then you will be roasted, huh? So you don't want too heavy blanket to be roasted. So that must have some limit. That's the problem. So if there was no greenhouse gases, the temperature would be minus 18 degrees, so cold. So they are good, but if you are using 2 3 blankets, then that will be bad. So that's why you have to control that greenhouse gases so that it doesn't create huge heat. So what we are causing problem? Who are actually the problem? Greenhouse gases are the problem. Then next question is, okay, are you contributing to produce that gases? Yes, and answer is yes. Especially when we had this industrial revolution, that means when last 100 years we are using so much. At the very beginning, remember coal or fossil fuel, for example oil, coal, we are burning them for heat and for other energy purposes. That means purely we are creating this carbon dioxide, human beings. So that's why greenhouse gases are creating problem, and we are assisting them by generating these greenhouse gases for our own need. So all the electricity that we are producing energy, it's from coal or diesel generators. So you can understand that's the problem. So if we are using more and more coal, that means we are producing more and more carbon dioxide. So that will cause more warming. As a result, since 1880, global temperature has increased by almost 1 degree Celsius. You may say, what's the wrong? 1 degree Celsius, are you kidding? It's not a big deal. But what happens? Your son, when he is 99 degrees Celsius, you are happy. If it is 100 degrees Celsius, Oh, you become so crazy. Hey, is the fever is coming. So 1 degree Celsius sometimes is, I mean, it's a Fahrenheit or I mean, yeah, 39 degrees Celsius. So, but 1 degree, the number for our environment, because we human being are not tolerate for, I mean, much level. So that's an important issue. And important is that the way you are using this carbon dioxide, if you don't control it, if you are increasing 2 degree, 3 degree, 4 degree Celsius in a decade, then what will happen? You imagine. So you'll be roasted. So that's why it's the time. The temperature could rise almost 5 degrees Celsius by 2100, 2100. It's not very far. We are now 2023. After 75 years, you can imagine this temperature could rise by 5 degrees Celsius. Now you realize 5 degrees is huge. So if you don't control them, then it will be a big problem. Who are there to control? Like there are some organizations, they're telling, hey, we all together, the whole world, let us plan and obey the rules and regulation, so that we are not telling that we need that jacket, we need the you need the every blanket, so you cannot prevent, at least keep it below 2 degrees Celsius, so that it's not become 5 degrees Celsius. You cannot drastically stop using coal. You cannot drastically stop using fossil fuel for these energy sources. So, but you can reduce, you can control. That's the, I mean, actually what we said, how we can make it 1 degree Celsius, 2 degrees Celsius, how we can make it within an acceptable limit. That's the objective. So what's happening if the, okay, there is a greenhouse gases, there is a blanket all over the world that's making heat. So what? Yes, that's the global warming. Yes, global warming. Yes, this is not only create you your temperature rise. In fact, we all know this is very simple cycle, because if you are in particular in one region, if it's too heat, so water evaporation will be increased. You understand that? So if I mean warmer year, the year will be warmer. Warmer year will be more water evaporating, resulting more intense rainfall. So it's linked. So global warming, then more water evaporation, that will create rainstorms and more floods. So if it's more raining, there is a chances of more flood. So, I mean, that will create some problem in some part. In other part, on the other hand, where there is a no water at all. So what will happen? So now we are thinking about our this Asian region. We have water, so it will be dry out. Say Southeast Asia. So where there is no water, what will happen? So they will be more and more drier. So there will be some drought. So these are the overall changes. It's not like I mean, I can explain some of them easily, but some of other issues will be always happening due to this climate change. So the seasons are changing, you can feel. So even in Bangladesh, there are 6 different seasons. Nice changing was occurring. So it's not just like a spike. So it's a very summer and then all on a sudden winter. So it's not like 2 seasons. We have gradual changes. So from summer, the heat is slowly going down, and there is a rainy season coming, and then rainy season is drying up. Then it's not drastically coming to the winter. You can see nice weather, a soothing weather, some flowers are coming, and then gradually you are feeling more and more cold, and then heavy winter is coming, and then back to our warmer seasons. So these seasonal changes were there, but now due to global warming, sometimes we can't feel. So rainfall sometimes changes, time their period is changes. So different countries where there was a less drought, now there is a longer period of drought. So heat waves are generated sometimes. It's happening even in some countries. I mean, even I am now in California. This talk I'm giving from San Diego, California, and in the morning I was with my students who are now here, University of California, San Diego, and they were telling the heat waves they can feel. It's very, I mean, generally it's the breeze very soothing, but when it's heat wave, they can feel it, and really it's not sustainable at that period. So yeah, in polar cases, so they have melting glaciers, I mean, they're melting. So sea level rise is a problem, so people are now in risk, because I mean they are marginally stable, and if it's more than that, it will be a huge problem. So rainfall, it's increased. So these are, I mean, extreme winds, stronger storms. So these are different problems. So what happening, like, if I can, I mean, this session, I do not want to switch from one to one. uh, I am giving, I mean, if you check, I can also give it here. Um I mean, if you are using the website and go this NASA website. So my friend in this 2 days meeting, he is working in NASA and telling the same thing. So NASA, they are working a lot on this global climate issues. And if you go this site, you can see a very nice demonstration what's happening all over the world. For example, these are different pictures. If you go there, so if the session is interactive, if you are in front of me, so we have this half day workshop where, I mean, we can enjoy this website. So you can see, you can put your country and your region and see what's happening. So global time machine, they call it. So you can see what's happening globally. So what's happened 50 years back, what's happening now, and what will happen after 50 years or 20 years. So you just have to scroll and see what's happening. So you can see the effect of sea level, effect of this temperature rise, so effect of this ice sheet. So you can see in this NASA websites. Another interactive atlas is, I mean, you like it, International Panel of Climate Change, this IPCC website. Believe me, you go there. I mean, it's fantastic website to see what's happening all over the world, really, regarding this climate change. And this picture is, you can see, so you can select several parameters, like you can select the standard. So what is happening now? So what will, which scenario will consider, just to understand very simple, like if the temperature rises 2 degrees Celsius, and no, I mean, after taking a lot of precaution actions, if the temperature rises 4 degrees Celsius, no precaution is taken. So they have these 5 6 scenarios. So you can select the scenario and can see after 50 years of 10 years what will happen. So sea level rise or temperature rise, everything you can see, and you like it. So these are different cases. So that will give you the true maps what is happening all over the world. You see the sea, here it was long before, the sea is like that. So you can see below, the sea surface temperature is given here, and the time frame is also given, 1850 to 1900. So it was very small, that's why I'm just looking in this way. So if you look here, the sea surface temperature, you can see here, from 1800 to 1900. So the, I mean, global warming scenario, they are calling it SSP 5, 8 point, that is the scenario, 1.5 degrees Celsius change, and the sea surface will be like that. And the before was maximum temperature, what is happening during the period 1850 to 1900. So what is happening, so back in day, you can select the models, what models they're running, and it's for as I said, sea surface change. So there, I mean, it's a quick talk, so I'll not cover everything in details, but this one you will like. Just go the website below. It's very easy to remember. My climate future. My climate future. So you want to know your climate future? Oh, what does it mean? For example, if a person, you have, it's I mean interactive. You select your year of birth. Let's see, a person select 1960. So, and I mean, let's see, he is born in 2000. Somebody has selected. So you can scroll this bar and select it 2000. So if you select 2000, then you select the global warming scenario. As I said earlier, what is expected? 1.5 degrees Celsius increment, and climate promises are kept. So if you are select this thing, then you select which part of the world you are living. Let's say South Asia. So you remember, you are now, let's see, you born in 2000. You are 23, 24 years old, young professional. So you are here. You are selecting the warming scenario like 1.5 degrees Celsius. So what is your climate future? You see, they will give you a card like this. So if you are selecting 2.5 degrees Celsius increment, a 23-year-old person from South Asia will experience in his lifespan wildfires 1.2 times, drought 1.9 times, heat waves 21 times, river flood 2 times. What does it mean? That means if you can control it 1.5 degrees Celsius, if you take the mitigation plan, adaptation plan, then you don't have to face this 2 times more flood. You will not face 1.2 wildfire. That is the message. If you don't do that, if you are just doing like this, then it will be a problem for you. That's the message. So you can select any scenario, any age, any area, and that will give your climate future. So if that's the warning. So if you don't want to get this bad weather, then you have to do something. That's the message. So there are other website where actually, so you can see, I mean, sorry. So climate risk in your country. You can select the country. This is the website I have given below. And so this, when you give this, they will show you what is your climate risk, annual surface temperature change. So you can see how the surface temperature is changing in your country. That's the beauty. So as I said, when it is an interactive session, I can show you and you can play and we can discuss all together what's happening in your country and what's happening in my country, who is in danger position. So that's the temperature change. So they have other parameters like this climate risk. So I better, so this is another annual climate altering land cover. So if you cover the more and more land, this one is good. You just can get a direct idea about the climate risk in terms of vulnerability, climate driven hazard, climate driven risk, and lack of coping capacity. So you can select your country. So maybe at the end of the session, so if I get time, so I can interactively show you, I can share that and can show you. So I mean, you can see your hazard level. It's country specific. You have to give your country, especially in the Ottawa IEEE section congress in Ottawa in July. It was held August, when we are in Ottawa in August. So this there was a big pavilion where I show live. People came and different countries, Brazil or I mean European country. So Singapore is very good. Like their hazard is less, unless in my country hazard is huge. So these are the parameters that can give you true idea like you are in danger or not. So that's why there was a Paris 2015. So there was a Congress where we call it Paris Agreement. So almost all countries pledged to take action to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions. So that's a good treaty. So all of them, they are trying to maintain that Paris Agreement. So we all are committed that we will be controlling the temperature rise. So it's not like more than, it's like 1.5 degrees Celsius or something like that. You cannot just do whatever you like. You have to respect the need for others. So that's the, no one can stop climate change, but this small change, what you can do, like you can control them. For example, reuse or recycle, drive less. So I'm coming, these are the innovative things, like human behavior mostly. We are responsible. So if we control our behavioral approach, so then it's possible. For example, carbon dioxide, you have to reduce. You all know that we have to use less fossil fuel for our generating our energy. So these are the solutions we'll be coming very soon. We'll be discussing that. So we can act to stop climate change from getting worse. That's the message. You cannot drastically make the climate change zero. Climate will change, but we can stop to getting it worse. Where it is, don't getting it, letting it worsen. So this means reducing human activities that release greenhouse gases. That's the main idea. So the greenhouse gases are emitting, do something to reduce that. This is called climate change mitigation. So that's huge importance is there, climate change mitigation. So you can see this is a data from US, like different types of fuel they're using for energy producing, so petroleum, natural gas. So still you can see a lot of sources of carbon dioxide, they all will produce carbon dioxide. So yes, so you can think about biomass energy is the largest source of renewable energy. So that's a good way. So byproduct from most industries, including agriculture, naturally occurring forest residues, the forest residue, household waste, landfill, all you can use them. These are sources of biomass energy. So carbon emitted into the atmosphere during the burning of biomass is balanced out by the carbon removed from the atmosphere during the growth of biomass itself. Yeah, what does it mean? It's like, yes, because we know that we need oxygen and we leave carbon dioxide. So why you are just ignoring that? You yourself is ignoring this carbon dioxide, and who is taking this carbon dioxide? If there is no this type of bioelement, who will take this carbon dioxide? That means you are using these bioelements, but at some time they helped you. So when you use them, carbon dioxide will be releasing, but equal amount, or they have done when they were taking our carbon dioxide when they were there. So somehow biomass in that sense is good, like they are giving us, so we can think about this biomass. And what we are telling now, different mitigation plan. What about mitigation? What do you mean by mitigation? Somehow if we can reduce greenhouse gases, mostly to understand carbon dioxide, there are other greenhouse gases. How can do that? Use less fossil fuel. Then what? Yeah, use hydropower. Yeah, it's true. Yes. So you just have to use the water resources. So if you can do hydropower, there's no debate. Fine. You can save this art easily. But the question is, not always it's possible. It has its own limitation. Wind power, these are renewables. Yeah, you just use the natural resources. Wind is there, nobody's using, so why don't you use? So if you can increase the use of wind power, So don't think about that, okay, so I'll be getting very less power from here. But okay, you use it on the offshore. So winds are typically stronger. So if you just walk inside the sea, then the more deeper you go, you'll see the air is huge, wind is huge. So you can think about that type of project where you can easily get a huge wind, and that wind has a larger velocity that can give you better energy sources. So wind power, definitely, that's a clean power, I should say. So hydro, then wind, then geothermal energy. That means solar energy. What's happening? Solar energy diffuses into and is stored in the earth's surface. There is no doubt. It's coming and it is stored where? In the earth. Then what you can do? Think, just check this particular house, these two picture. Red means hot. Blue means not very hot. So if you think about this, you use a pump. So if you are using a pump, and if you want to use some hot water in your house, you are now burning fossil fuel, or somehow you are using electricity, more and more electricity, just to produce this hot water. So what you can do, you can just penetrate your pipe down, and you can get heat there. It is already hot. So use that heat, and you can get the hot water here. Very simple solution. Just 6 feet down in the earth, you can get this hot water. So that means you are consuming less energy. And at the same way, if you are feeling very hot and you need cold water, or you need some sort of cooling, then fine, you can use the reverse process. So preheat your ear in winter, so you can do that. So if you are feeling cold in your house in winter, you make it warm, fine. Take the ear, pass it in the ground, you see, ear will be hot, and then you can circulate here. I hope you understand. So when you need hot water, send the cold water, it will be hot. Fine. When you want your home to be to make hot, fine. So you can always do that. So you can always also the opposite one. So here in winter or pre-cool in the summer, the both. So you can make your in summer, when you are feeling hot, you can just use the opposite thing. So this is a very uh, easy way for geothermal energy, because what is happening, earth, they are absorbing heat quickly, and on the other side, they can you see the white region here, this is ice, and the green is not ice. So then it is sometimes it will be cold, sometimes it is hot. So use this for your own purpose. So that's a good solution you can use. Solar energy, this is not new. So you can see the big, you see, like an ocean. This is a grid, solar grid. You can see in India also, they have a very, very big solar grid. So if you check that, that means if you have barren land, nobody is using that. For example, if it is a desert, you can use that barren land for this type of solar panel. You can arrange them in different fashion and use that solar energy easily. So rooftop solar is also possible, and you can make a mini grid and manage them. When somebody is needed more, you can use them. So the other one, nuclear. Yes, I mean, there are some risk. Many people they have said, but first of all, you see, you don't have to burn coal, petrol. That means there is a no chance of producing more and more uh, carbon dioxide. What you can do, you can use this nuclear energy. So nuclear fission reaction, I understand those are nuclear material. They will produce you, when there is a nuclear fission reaction, heat is generated. The principle is very simple. So a very tiny amount of this material, so sometimes we have the picture, so equivalent coal will be thousands of tracks, you need coals equivalent to a very small pieces of nuclear material that can produce enough heat. So with some control, you can control them and you can use them. Many, I mean, all the big countries, they have a lot of nuclear power. So if you have still doubt, these are small modular reactors. So the future is here. So they're relatively smaller. So 300 megawatt, if you want to produce, you have to insert them underneath, underground. So they are heavily protected. So you don't have any chance of, almost no chance of this disaster. So you can use this type of thing. So that's nuclear energy. So energy efficiency and conversion. So important is that energy, what you are using, so you have to always think about its efficiency and how you can conserve your energy. So yes, make your plant more efficient. So then you automatically you are contributing in mitigating your climate change. So whatever you are producing, you know that the energy efficiency is very less. Sometimes it's 30%, 40%. So if you can increase the energy producing efficiency, that's always beneficiary. You are contributing to that particular perspective. And energy conversion, conservation. That I'm coming. I will be telling more how we can you can be more energy conservative. I mean, this one is energy efficient buildings. So you can think about the smart building, and there are a lot of studies. Like on the rooftop, you can use solar panel. In the room, you can use a lot of sensors. While you are not in your classroom, or while you are not in your office room, the lights, fans, they will be automatically turned off. Today, in my meeting in San Diego, I feel that also in their university, I visited a couple of places where I found they're maintaining that. So what happened in our country, I mean, if it is inside the room also, we always keep it very cool, like 20 degree, 21 degree, 22 degree. But believe me, even if you maintain your temperature 25 degree, that's not very discomfortable. It's fine. At home, it's 28 degree, 30 degree. We are fine when there is no air conditioner. So why at your office or some places you have to make it 21 degree Celsius? So it's a big difference. Instead of 22 degrees Celsius, if you maintain 25 degrees Celsius, this 2 3 degrees Celsius is a big difference. There are some research they have shown that the whole building can save up to 20 30% energy. 20 30% energy if you can change your behavior. So on top of that, if you automatically use smart switches, then overall 30% save means 30% less carbon dioxide almost. You are automatically contributing to the mitigation. Transportation. So nowadays, what's happening? Like instead of burning your fuel, fossil fuel, gas, you can think about electric vehicles. It's coming. It's all the cars now. They have a sign, so it's like you can use your car on electrical charging system. So definitely, time is coming. I guess like by 2030 in Europe, everything will be electric vehicles. 2030, it's not very far, so you'll not see anything burning this fossil fuel in your car. So it's like uh, slowly, gradually, that will definitely significantly contribute to the mitigation of this climate change. Industry. So what's happening? So when in industry production chain, so you can always think about replacement of your old machines which are consuming more and more energy, less energy efficient. So you can replace them by best uh, available technology. So you can combine the heat that in your industry what you are producing, you never think about that heat. It's just wastage of heat. So you can always think it for your energy generation. So this type of thinking you have to do from now, then you can contribute. It's already your machines, they're producing heat, but you are not utilizing it. Why don't you use it? And already you know that some of the machines are not very efficient, so why don't you replace it? So these are different aspects. Another aspect is who is creating the problem? Carbon dioxide. So your industry or your generation, they are producing a lot of carbon dioxide and you are throwing it to the environment. Why? You just capture it. You use some carbon capture techniques. There are some capture techniques. While it is just going outside the air, you trap it. So it's just like a filter. And just put it down on the earth. That is, I mean, just I'm telling in very easy words, that is called carbon capture and storage. Yes, in different chemical company chemical industries, in uh, different reactions, they need this type of what you are storing, they may need this. So you can think about other uses, but at least if you just capture this carbon, and then that will save your environment. That is called carbon capture and storage. So carbon sequestration. So what I said, like carbon, what you are uh, y- i mean uh, producing this carbon, instead of leaving it in the weather, somehow if you can trap them. So who needs this carbon dioxide? Plants. These plants, they need carbon dioxide, so you give them. That's the easy solution. So carbon dioxide uptake by forests, biomass plantation, so that can help carbon-based production. They can be used. That is a simple solution. You can think about that. So that's the cycle. Somewhere you are generating more carbon dioxide. Bring them, trap them instead of leaving it to the weather. You can, if you can think in this way, that's the solution that will help you better. Waste management. That is also, it's a behavioral approach. What we are doing, I don't know you have seen or not. We just go there and start burning all our garbage. So if you burn it, so what's you are doing actually? You are producing a lot of carbon dioxide. So why should you do this? Think innovative way. So like from waste you can do a lot of things. You can use the waste for better results. So you can extract many things from there. So these are the things you have to think now. If you ask me why, otherwise the temperature rise will be 5 degrees Celsius. It's up to you. So waste management, just this is in one example. So you can just from waste also you can produce energy. Like this is a good, if you can have a treatment plan like that. So you can, this is what it's shown here, this waste energy can be produced. A lot of things are there. So your food consumption. So this one, food recovery hierarchy. So if you are gradually whatever you are using, so think about, we instead of just burning them, who can use that? So in the next level you give them so that they can use it. So Next, because these are some solutions, because today what why I'm here, because sometimes you can have better solution depending on your society. So there are some social habit, human habit, what I'm telling, that can also, believe me, this is small, but if we all follow this principle, I mean, just you can understand in India even there are some 100, maybe 130, 40 crore people. So if all of them they decide to consume less every day, what was supposed to be consumed, they use less. For example, lights and fans, they use relatively less in their office. Imagine the total number. So it's a overall behavioral approach. So it's working in some countries. I know right after COVID, when they're struggling, the whole country people, they change. I don't want to say the name. Believe me, their five-star hotel is not using the air conditioner. Even you want, they say, hey, why? What's the problem? Now the temperature is good, 25 degrees Celsius. Why do we need air conditioner? No, I need 18 degree or cold. So this way they're preventing. If all are not using air conditioner in 25 degrees Celsius or 26, 7 degrees Celsius, okay, fine, it is 26 degrees Celsius. So what? It is, the climate is now warm and you try to adjust it. You are a human being. So what happens to the animals? You just think about them. Are they using air conditioner? So how they're adapting? You are a human being. You are supposed to adapt it. So that's the overall thing. It's not about money. You have your money, you will spend it. It's not the case. So habitual changes, see, social changes can contribute a lot. So you cannot imagine the overall impact. So that's what I have few slides. So use less. Whatever you need, you just use less. That's a good habit. So you can think about your food choices, which food I mean, if you I mean, eat less meat and more plant, then you can reduce the food waste, because these fruits you will consume totally. There will be no food waste. So, I mean, the container issues are there when you are bringing the food. So, one time use of container, that can reduce that can create more and more waste. So, the food habit, food choices, these are also important. So, these small things can, if you just do some sort of gardening, if you ask me, hey, why, what will happen? Yes, these are the garden, these are the plants, they need carbon dioxide. Just compare. Compare some space without any trees and the space with trees. By calculating this square meter, you can prove that the space with these trees, they will consume this carbon dioxide, and that will help you preventing your environment. So this is small, but you are contributing. So that's what I say. On the other hand, please try to conserve forests. They are the basically carbon dioxide trapper. They can trap it. Use, you can avoid for shorter distance, avoid avoid these vehicles which are consuming fuel. You just walk. But if you just always rely on these type of vehicles, so, you just imagine if in for 2-3 kilometers, if you are using this bus or taxi, you are not alone. In this way, 100 crore people, 2-3 kilometer, you just multiply and calculate, and you will find how much carbon dioxide you can save in 1 year. The amount is huge. Just 3 kilometer, 1 crore people, 1 year, if they don't use, if they walk, then I mean, you can always save. So these are called social innovation. So you can preserve your water. That is also you can use more and more renewable energy. So you can use all electric vehicles. So you can also speak up, tell other people. That's the young professional. What I am telling it to you, so it's there in the, I mean, website. It's there in my video. But like, that doesn't matter. You have to speak up when you talk with your friends. When you all 10 people are gossiping, just turn off, switch off the air conditioner. 1 hour, 3 hours will save. You just think. And it's, if you don't speak up, then the habit will not be changed. If you feel shy, then we cannot change. That's why today we are in a gathering. I am speaking up. So if you at home speak up, your school, your office, you speak up. So nothing new I have said. Everything is doable, but that cumulatively can drastically change. So these are the, I mean, effects. These websites are there. You can check my slides. So they have shown that if you follow them, how drastically you can change overall. So how you can contribute this climate change. So these are actually, when I demonstrate really, then it makes sense. Otherwise, there is some graph. So what will happen if you less use? So this, what I said, this is called climate change adaptation, because the climate is changing. So you have to adapt. So what happens, hottest years in recent past, if you check last so many years, 2008, 9, 10. So I mean, last 100 years you take, and you just arrange them in a descending manner. The right side is the most hottest one. So descending, hottest, hottest, hottest. What happened, the most hottest years are the recent years. 2016, 20, 19, 17, 15. These are the most hottest year. You see there 20 values. If you go beyond, the value is half, just half. What does it mean? You cannot see any values here 1900. So 1990, even you cannot see any value 2000. All are recent years. You are creating trouble now. That means somehow we are not adopting whatever we are telling. We don't practice it. So that's the, we need to adapt to a changing climate to reduce vulnerability. So what is the term resilience? Somebody asked you, what is the resilience? Ability to bounce back after a setback. So you know that you have now setback, mental setback, sometimes we say. So after a few days, you will be all right. But if you properly plan, believe me, after the setback, you can bounce back. You can have an even better situation. That's the proper planning. You know that flood will come or flood may come. You cannot prevent them always. You cannot always prevent. If the rainfall is huge, drastically, you cannot make all the drainage system so, I mean, magically. It will happen. Some water clogging will be happening. So in that case, you cannot change it. But afterwards, if it's gone, then you plan it in such a way so that it doesn't affect you in much way. So it is called preparedness. So resilience, to be resilience, that means the disturbance or hazards will come, but after that you have to be ready. So you have to be prepared. Recovery plan should be very faster. First thing, what you have to remember, life. So these rapid hazards, so that it cannot change. Yeah, you have to ensure that people should not die. At the same time, you have to have some recovery plan for the food, healthcare. But if you don't have that, then So this is one group people, they're working, what I'm telling, they are not trying to mitigate or reduce. What they're telling, okay, if the storm happens, if the flood happens, you should be prepared. It is also important. If you are not prepared, then the situation will be even worse. So that is called resilience. So if you are prepared, well prepared, so what does it mean? You just see what is adaptation. You know that the sea level is rising, or the river water is rising, or will rise during the flood. So if the houses are here, why you are not moving it there? Yes, it's not very easy. It's in the picture, it is easy. You just move this house here to there. But in the real life, it's not possible because that may be occupied. But you have to think from now. You cannot deprive the people who are living near the sea or river. Every time they will be sufferer, and you people, you are living upstream, you will be happier. No, it cannot be continued in this way. It is your responsibility because you are living in the higher area. You should think something so that the people who are suffering here, they should not suffer. So you cannot right away change the river water level. Rather, you can manage. You can build a bigger house here so that accommodate both of them as per the ratio. But still, you are doing something. That is one example I am giving. So if you feel, you have to do that. So even the infrastructure what you are building, you have to understand that flood will come, or storm will come, cyclone will come. So if it comes, there will be huge interruption. Why don't you prepare for that? All your these hazardous things, you make them preventive from the very beginning. That is the way you can prevent yourself. So you know that there will be heavy rainfall, so in that case, your this food production will be hampered. So you think about that. So you try to innovate something so that you can manage your this cultivation. So downfall will create this flood, and you have to think something so that this situation, even it comes after, when the water will be going down, there will be not much effect. So this is all habitual things. We call it adaptation. So you have to think the diversification. So where there is a problem, you cannot rightly solve the problem, but you can take preparation so that you diversify people from here and there, so that they all don't fall under the heavy risk of that this type of uh, sudden climate change. So, I mean, these are also other examples of this type of prevention, drought, and how you will build your house. That is also important. So, overall policy making can play a good way. So, you can see these houses are creating problem due to sea level rise. You have to prepare your house accordingly. Extreme heat is all over the city, all over the thing. You see, these are the pictures I have taken. So these are very nice picture. You see the green everywhere on the rooftop, even on the balcony. You can see the nice green environment. That can also, as I said, carbon dioxide is trapped by this. They can help you. So you can excessive rainfall. Okay, fine. This you can make some path so plantation can soak up this. I mean, if you have a lot of rainfall, then this rainfall water can wash away your important ingredients that are in the soil. So what you have to do, you have to think about better plantation that can soak up these nutrients. So this is another examples. You can see the picture. You see there are drought. So you can educating your public farmers on water conservation. So when there is water, they have to conserve and use them in a proper way. Similarly, storm, so you have to take preparation. So actually, I told you that different scenarios are there in the map, which I have shown you, interactive things, there are some scenario written 8.56, 2.5. So these are IPCC, so International Panel of Climate Change. So they have its fifth assessment report. So these are, I mean, where you want to go. RCP 2.5 means, so these are carbon dioxide emissions start declining by 2020 and reach to zero by 2100. This is one scenario. So from 2020, it will decline and reach to zero. You may not be targeting that one. You can also say that, okay, not now, it will start declining from 2045, and it will be half of this 2050 by 2100. You can do that. Then your scenario will be RCP 4.5. So global rise will be 2 degree, 3 degrees Celsius. It's up to you. You see, it will be 3 degrees Celsius. And if you say that, oh no, I will not start declining, let it be, go as it is, get a peak at 2080, then your temperature rise will be 3 degree, 4 degrees Celsius. At the last, why I'm telling it again, so that you understand the severity. You have to pick up one of these scenario and plan ahead which one you want to follow. So it's a country-wise decision. So there are, I show you those websites, it is there. So they clearly tell you which one you take and what will happen. This is a scenario, you see the 2.6, scenario 8.5, and scenario, like if you don't follow, then the red means it will be more and more warming. So even in India, so if you don't take proper action, then you will face the similar problem. And in particular, this is the data for Kerala. So if you select, you go to this website, select India, select Kerala. So what you want to see? Humidity? Fine. If you are following RCP 8.5, you remember what is 8.5? 8.5 means like this one. Sorry, just I forgot to tell you. This one is 8.5. This one, sorry. This one, oh, whatever. This is 8.5. So let the global warming go as it is up to 2100. 4 degrees Celsius will increase. 4 degrees Celsius will increase, and the scenario will be like this. You see, huge jump. If you go in this way, so in Kerala, the temperature will rise in this way. You can imagine. But if you follow something, then it will be green line, the blue line. Otherwise, it will be red. So these are the river discharge and other things you can always say. So that's up to what today I have to stop here. So thank you for your patience. So it's just a discussion for you. So feel free to communicate with me. Send me an email if you have any question. Thank you very much for your patience.
Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Fatah, really it is very interesting. Uh, yeah, today it is uh, I can say we have to think about the individual as well as the societal concern. Not only society, we have to think even individual. It's the time to take initiative at today's situation. If you are continuing same thing, I think, I hope whatever your presentation says, it is uncontrolled. It is depending upon you, depends on youth, how they are going to percolate this message to the uh, neighbors, and also we have to give some of the good guidelines to the our next generation. So this is the points we come across today, and I'm basically from actually I'm Karnataka. Really, I want to say when I use in when I was in like eighth, ninth standard, every time it is like monsoon, like summer, winter, and rainy season. But now we don't know when it is going to come in summer or winter. So that is a, I think that is a good example. I can say like a climate change. Because of climate change, it will affect many in large. I can say like farmers, especially farmers, really, because they will ready everything for cultivation and other thing. But time will not get rain, time will not get crop. So it will give very like a big crisis, especially for food and other. So really, whatever today's session, it is uh, enlightened many young generation. uh, Sir, I would like to request, can you share some of the link regarding whatever you mentioned, like some calculations, right, in the chat
Yeah.
box? Because, yeah, some
So
of the,
where to give the link? So the links are here in these slides.
okay, okay. Is it possible to share, sir, slides? Because some of the members, they are eagerly want to extend this message to other people.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Maybe,
there. So yeah, they can share. You can share it, so they will be interested. Because I hope next time we'll be having this interactive session, so we
yeah,
can show you how this is very much interesting. You can select, like Karnataka, you can select and see what is happening.
yes, yes, really, really. Today is nice. Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for today's session. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye, bye, sir. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Okay. Today uh, we'll go for next session. Before that, yeah, we'll take 1 minute break regarding. I request Paul to play some videos on IEEE YP. Uh, it is very nice session we are going to handle now. Before that, I will introduce Dr. Rahul Satish. Dr. Rahul Satish received a BTech degree in Electrical and Electronics Engineering from University of Kerala and Master of Engineering degree from Power System from Anna University, Chennai during 2012 and 14 respectively. He completed PhD degree in the Department of Electrical Engineering in the domain of power system in National Institute of Technology, Calicut, Kerala in the year of 2022. After completing his studies, he joined as a senior engineer at Bosch Global Software Technology, where he handled system engineering topics related to electrical vehicles. Now he is working as an assistant professor, Amrita School of Artificial Intelligence, Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Coimbatore. He is an active member of IEEE PES, and IEEE. He is currently an executive committee member of IEEE PES Kerala chapter and IEEE PES Young Professionals. Got Outstanding Engineering Award from IEEE PES headquarters in the year of 2022. His research interests include computational and data-driven algorithms, wide area monitoring system, power isolation studies, power grid resiliency, electrical vehicle technology, smart grids, and optimization techniques. He has published numerous research papers in reputable journals and actively participated in various conferences. In addition, he has contributed his experience as a reviewer for prominent IEEE and elsewhere journals. So, in this line, on the same topic, career development and PES student elevation and transition program, today we are today with us another speaker, Dr. Vinith Jain. So, before starting session, I will introduce about Dr. Vijit Vijayan also. Dr. Vijit Vijayan, a 2023 PhD graduate from IIT Kanpur, currently serves as a secretary of IEEE Power and Energy Society Asia Pacific region. His expertise encompasses electrical distribution system, optimization, renewable integration, inverter interface, system control, operation and planning. Since 2009, he has been active IEEE volunteer, holding a leadership position at both global and section level. He was vital in initiating the mentoring the formation of the multiple IEEE and PES geo units in India. Along with the secretary role of IEEE PES Region 10, he also decorates the legal position of the PES Student Chapter Committee globally. Vinith has received numerous applause for his achievements, including the 2023 Convocation Award from IIT Kanpur, notably the prestigious Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma Medal. Additionally, he has been honored with IEEE India Council Outstanding Volunteer Award and IEEE UP Section Outstanding Volunteer Award and Avsar Award from GST and multiple international travel grants for participating in PS Global events. So, by this introduction, I welcome first session on career development PS student elevation and transition program by Dr. Rahul Satish. Please take over.
Thank you, Satyendra, for the nice introduction, and happy to meet you in this platform. Um, thank you once again for the organizers too for welcoming me for this nice sessions and as part of this regional summit. So, may I move ahead?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome and Mohit.
Yeah, thank you. So I will take not more than 20 minutes. Vinith will explain rather than me and rather than my experience of myself. So he will take most time for that. So I will start with my brief introduction. I already conveyed by Satyendra. So I completed my PhD in power systems, basically in electrical engineering from National Technology Calicut, and ME from Anna University, and a BTech from University of Kerala, and have work experience in 3 years of teaching experience in College of Engineering Kidangur and Vidya Academy, and now the Amrita School of AI. In between, after the PhD, I worked as a senior engineer in Bosch Global Software Technologies in electric vehicle R&D and powertrain dimensioning and all. So uh, that's part of my work experience and all. So as part of IEEE um, is with me for always. So so these are the positions I handled in IEEE PES over the last 3 to 4 years. So I been a member of IEEE in my BTech studies itself, and I actively volunteering start by from the my uh, research life. So and that I a lot of experience through that secretary of IEEE PES SBC NITC NIT Calicut. So and membership development coordinator for IEEE PES Malabar section, and now I am holding the position for industry entrepreneurs subcommittee coordinator for IEEE PES YP global team, and educational activities and DLP coordinator for IEEE PS Kerala chapter, and R&D mentor for IEEE site Kerala section. And awards I got initially with the IEEE PS Outstanding Engineer Award 2022, and few glimpses of my IEEE activities are here with various talks and um, yeah, regarding all the conferences, all the GMs, AGMs, and all. Few glimpses are there. So I directly go to my duty here. For first thing, I want to say that. Our topic today is career development through PES. So I will focus on first career development. How can be an IEEE as a part of this professional outreach activities and all. So my duty is actually to encourage the students to elevate to YP and be actively volunteer for YP for the continuously. That's our duty to here uh, to present this particular seminar. So, and academic learning and professional requirement, while putting in my slide, in that actually I want to specify that academic learning, so for the past 3 to 4 years, for a BTech graduate, they will get only the academic barrier and academic things, only subject studies. These are all everyone will do. So apart from that, we need to develop some skills, some skill set. So that are all leading to a good 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 candidate for a industry environment and professional environment, we can say that. Not only it is not only depend upon only not only depend upon only then the academic strength. It also depends on upon how it will how he will um, behave, and how he will act as a team player, how he will act as a coordinator, how he will make the leadership role and all. So these are all peculiarly very important for now these days. So not at all with the academic strength, academic percentage, academic CGPA. A company or a particular industry is not hiring that person, and it is completely involved about their skill set and their involvement in the professional outreach activities and all. So academic learning and professional requirement is both are uh, singing one now these days. So both are synchronous at that time. So at the time, so we have the IEEE PES activities has a major huge role in that particular thing, and they will completely boost your professional engagement in a good manner. So in that case, IEEE PES activities, IEEE other society activities also make a huge role in that domain. So I want to specify some of the key components why one student must join IEEE, and you should continue IEEE activities after the graduations too. So first I will explain what are the skills they develop through these IEEE activities and all, how they can develop their career into a right direction and right involvement in the right organization. Because in that direction, and the second stage I will tell about why IEEE is involved in that activities as a major booster in the candidates. So my discussion portions points here is actually how to a graduation student actually have some soft skills, need some soft skills and hard skills. Soft skills means actually here based upon the communication skill and particular teamwork, problem solving, their creativity. These are all part of the soft skill techniques a student must have. For that needs to be volunteered through the IEEE activities and all. Conducting the IEEE seminar, IEEE webinars, IEEE different workshops, training programs, and all. They can develop that soft skill. And hard skill actually. Soft skill, the differentiation is hard skill is about the computer oriented skills, there's some software skills, and some programming skills, some language skills, some presentation skills. These are all hard skills earned by the uh, candidate. So these should be, these skills should be developed by the student as per the graduation happen. So these are the main point a student must have after the graduation, and then only then will completed a young professional will get after the graduation, and they will make the continue volunteering for IEEE throughout the its career. And that OEP is important for IEEE and IEEE and IEEE also. So that skill can be developed through IEEE activities and all. And second point I want to say that how a student can boost that um, skills in communication. There are, I note several students, they approach me itself, by communicating like that, he is not confident to talk with famous personalities. I have talk with foreign personalities. So they, once we involved in IEEE and IEEE activities and all, we need that courage to they are not our colleagues and all. You can communicate with any other IEEE colleagues from anywhere of the world now. So after COVID, I think there's a huge positive thing. We can communicate in the different online streaming platform. We can communicate with any global event coordinators, even global IEEE volunteers itself. So that communication is much important for every person. So that presentation skills, that confidence, that mutual respect, that empathy, that should be can be increased for the candidate or for the student, through these activities and all. That's the communication part. And coming to about the teamwork activities, now everyone know that there are several events coordinated by IEEE and IEEE PES having uh, a different boost to because IEEE PES is one of the major society and the largest society in the IEEE. So there are various activities going in, even in Kerala chapter itself, and or OEP also same thing happen. There are several programs are there, so they can actively volunteer and they can actively ambassador those activities and all. So there should be a teamwork. There is a good If there is a good team, the team will be the backbone of that organization. So if even SBC have a good team, they will do work hard for that, and that team will succeed for the entire activities for that academic year. So that teamwork is important for that, and that teamwork skill is every company is looking for as an young professional. So that young professional means not only with the IEEE, PES, IEEE and all, even in the candidate itself feel some self confidence. You are team player. So how you will make a team player as example? Only through the project, only through the professional body activities and all. Only two options are there for the students, how to establish you are a team player. So you need to work for the professional organization, or a professional body organization, or otherwise we need to work for a continuous project environment in the curriculum. So students are eager to work with IEEE and all. That's why. So the teamwork is important, and through the teamwork environment, the student should learn through the listening skill, the collaborative skill, the conflict management. Some sort of problems will arise at that time again and again. So need to solve that program as a team. So we will discuss with the other person. Maybe someone another can be idea can be useful. That brainstorming, that ideation creation is very much important in teamwork, and that idea exchange. So that are all important in now these days for a greater teamwork. So that team player is very very important in for graduated students and OAPs. So that point is very very important. And adaptability is actually a a, a, a particular case of self management thing. And self management means if any critical situation arises, if we cognizing every events or any other grand events, we will suffer some difficulties at any at the time, maybe in difficulties with the resource person timing and scheduling, with the actually some of the visits is not possible, the lab will not work at that time. So there are different conditions will be there for conducting an event and organizing an event and all. So that depends upon the problem, and we need to adapt what we can do and what we can do for that particular thing, what need to be optimistic throughout that coordination. So that are all related to adaptability point. So these are all the development skill for every student and every young professionals. After this activities, you will get these ideas and all. So we become professional through these points. And next point about the problem solving, I already mentioned that problem solving skill is developing continuously with every organizing every point and all that can be developed. And it can be any situations arising, that events or any other particular thing can be maybe some even I faced some hackathon events through coordinated from IEEE. So there are several students are working on that as a team. And this conduction is humongous task for them. And that they're connected to different problem solving approaches. And also, so that they're also facing one of the particular thing in that particular thing. And then creativity means there are different one program can be strike to participants in one line, and another program it's not in that line, some sort of deviation is needed to reach the perfect audience. So that creativity, that idea making is needed sometimes for the candidate. So that are all can be developed through these activities and all. So in the poster making, um, in that poster brochure, and how to make it the ambassador involvement, how to make every student involvement in that activity and all, it part of creativity. And major part of is actually leadership quality will increase through these activities that we are all know through the IEEE activities and all. We have different team, different even in OIP has different in industry education, for the particular conference, particular sections, there are different, and several conditions are there, and it should be led by someone, and the leadership handled by that guy is perfect, must be a perfect leader, and need to be coordinated everything in good manner. And we need to listen, and active listening for what they are saying. And what one need to get the feedback, and need to go with the feedback and all. So these are all part of the leadership. And also the next point is my personal preference is work ethics, and work ethics should be there. Don't especially in IEEE, that work ethics should be must be there for every situations. Then only we will not for the short term benefits, and you need to maintain that thing, then only we will succeed in every level. So that should be needed for the long term. And interpersonal skills also developed through these activities and all. And time management, upskilling, and these are all time management is another thing actually. Even in this platform itself now, the time is on perfect time because of the organizers is conducting that program in a perfectly timely manner. So that's why the time management is good. So these are all we can learn. That's another part, learn, relearn, and everything. And as you know that in AI we can say that artificial reinforcement learning, it is our once we fell down something and we should learn some our mistakes and correct those mistakes and learn something. So that's are all part of that management skill. So that should be needed. And last part is upskilling is a wonderful platform for upskilling is IEEE. We will look for the other workshops, training programs, conduction orientation program, and we can work for another other students also. Once we learn something, we can share, learn, reshare everything, and share your whatever knowledge you have, you should share through IEEE. So that are also we will get the opportunity to deal with and all. You can also once you kicking that particular point, you will definitely go into upskill everything. And the today now these days actually the upskilling is very very important in academy and industry. So then only we should succeed throughout the career. So the career development, this should have these at least this much points you should remember, and everyone should remember. And we need to concentrate those things much hard on that, and look on that points and all. And we should learn everything, learn. So whatever be the from the starting from the event coordination, idea brainstorming with the team, and leadership quality, adaptability, these are all and learning process, these are all part of learning. Not only the textbook learning, these are all part of learning what I said in about the soft skill and hard skill part. So these are all sort of learning itself, and this will create our own ability to withstand if any problem. If you are working in industry after the graduation, there are several problems will arise. So we need to be consistent for that, and we are stubborn for that, and we need to face that situation. In that courage we will get through IEEE and IEEE PES IOIP activities and all. So the volunteering activities and also that's a good creation for uh, the student. And I felt even in my example case, my examples also, it will make a huge impact. What I feel now. And also in those who are getting the placements, they after getting the placement, they talk to me like that. This gives a huge boost in their career to face the interview panel, face the test, face the challenges in their career. So everyone should, and I understand these things and all, and make these points um, useful for your career. So these are all I can suggest for the career development goals for the graduating students, especially graduating students. So and those who are not volunteered, and those who are volunteered, and share your ideas, share your knowledge, and keep on in the keep on whatever we can say, continuously hands up and hands on to everyone, and share your knowledge, and share your volunteering experience to everyone. So then only the network will build, and you will get the good such a network, and good mail communication, good connection with very famous personalities, and very um, yeah, engaging person, motivating person. So these are all connect through these activities and all. And why this is my last slide. And why PES means, I already said that PES is one of the largest society in IEEE. And you have an ensemble opportunities in PES. So and PES YP is supporting with the all other activities of PES activities regarding the technical community, technical platform, or otherwise a volunteering platform, and otherwise any assistance in conference workshops and all. So you will get an enormous enormous thing to volunteer for every and each and everything. And that this must be a slow process. Don't get to a higher skip in step in process. So it makes some time, and volunteer from the basic level, and go ahead with the top position. So these are all happen. So if you have a good network, if you have a good connections, if you have good good mentors, if you are a good mentor, that also I want to mention that point, leadership. So that mentorship quality through the coordination, that are all important now these days. So PES itself, it's a great platform to establish your skills, to share your ideas, share your innovation, share your entrepreneurship skills. So you will get a good a platform for and your career for through the IEEE PES activities and all. So this all I can say as a simple manner. The professional approaches and all. So if there is any question and for the from the audience, I will address, and I can share any tips for that volunteering and all, because every student have doubt that how can I start or something. And you can start with a interaction with any other person, and then you can start with an volunteer experience near SB itself, and near um, IEEE contact person itself. You will get government with, and you will get some direction. And I think every IEEE member is responsible for giving the direction to the right student in the right direction. So that's it from my side. Vinith will explain, I think, in a little bit more. So I can wind up from here. So any questions from anyone, and from the moderator point of view, yeah, please.
Yeah, I think Rahul, it is a nice session. Really, it is impressed because I am also one of the YP member. I can say whatever I think you shared very few slides, but it is each and every that points. I think it is agree with us regarding whatever you shared that points like teamwork, creativity, leadership. So maybe in the college life or in the maybe syllabus we can learn, but the practice I think IEEE is
Yes.
one of the best platform we can have practice. I think I can say like a good internship. If you are a volunteer, I can say by default you'll get internship.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Also, IEEE PES YP Bangalore section also doing a good thing. I know the Nagendra Rao, I right,
yeah,
and secretary. Yeah, yeah.
and
He's good a friend of mine, and you are also doing a good job in YP. I must say that, because everyone, a few students are thinking about the only the academics will boost your career. Not at all now these days. It needs some extra skills, extra entrepreneurship skills. Whether is you are going for entrepreneurship or not, but you have much managerial skills too. Whether you are a student, whether you are a postgraduate, whether you are a researcher, it should have some managerial skills. Then only you will succeed for the career goals. To start with career goals. Yeah,
thank you so much.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will invite Dr. Vinith to take care. Yeah,
Thank you, Professor Gowda and Dr. Rahul.
Thank, thank.
yeah,
Nice
welcome.
presentation from your side. You explained a lot of things which I planned to explain or present. And thank you, Professor Gowda, for introducing me here.
Yeah,
Uh,
please take care.
yeah. So, with this presentation, I'm planning to explain how IEEE and its Power and Energy Society can um, transform degree holders to real professionals. Uh, yeah, so basically, a professional
Yeah.
association is
Sorry,
usually a
sorry, Vinith. Can you? I think we are getting little bit noise from background. I don't know. Yeah, Dr. Rahul, can you mute it? Yeah, yeah,
am I
uh,
audible now?
yeah, yeah. It is audible, but little bit noise you are getting.
Just
Okay, okay. Yeah,
No? Am I
yeah.
okay?
Now it's fine. Yes, thank you. Go ahead. Yeah, it's
Thank you
audible.
so much.
Clear. Okay.
So in this presentation, I'm trying to discuss you how IEEE and Power and Energy Society can help us to uplift us from degree holders to real professionals. Let me start with a definition of professional association. A professional association is usually a non-profit organization seeking to further a particular profession, the interest of individuals engaged in that profession, and the public interest. So we can very proudly say that being an IEEE member, we are a part of a professional association, and we are trying to improve the interest of individuals engaged in engineering field. And the roles of professional association, we know that the objectives of professional association includes maintaining control or oversight of the legitimate practice of that particular profession, um, to safeguard the public interest, to advance technology, to advance humanity through technology, and many other definitions are there. So this is just for an introduction. I have used this definition. Sorry for the paragraph style presentation here. Basic advantages of being in a professional association: it gives us a lot of information. It advocates for a particular profession or group of people. It improves public relations. It maintains public relations. It helps us to expand the opportunities. And overall, being in a professional association, we all will experience professional development. Coming to IEEE and IEEE Power and Energy Society, we have a lot of benefits. Right now, I'm starting from student member benefits. Many of these benefits are applicable for professionals as well. The first and foremost benefit is the access to technical content. Then we can build networks. That is the second advantage. We can develop skills. A lot of resources are available when we work together in an association. We get a lot of professional exposure. A lot of rewarding things are there associated with IEEE and PES. Awards are there, scholarships are there. We can participate in a lot of competitions in section level, in region level, and also in global levels. So this is a this slide shows a very generic benefits of being with IEEE and PES. What is PES in Region 10 today? This program is specific for Region 10. YP is organizing it for Asia Pacific region. So we should know what is our stats today. And in fact, these numbers are taken during the July time for our August meeting. So slight improvements in number of members are there. Total members during that time was around 13,380 with 6,307 student members, out of which 1966 are graduate student members. Professional members are 3,225. Senior members are 1,399, and higher grades and associate members are 483. 60% males, 23% females. The others have not specified. So this is the overview of PES in Region 10. Numbers have slightly improved because of our efforts to improve the society. But we can see that, half of 50% of total members are student members. And every one of student members, when I was a student till July this year, 2023, every one of us had a dream or have a dream to come to higher grades and associate higher grades or senior members, or to become real professionals, to become reputed contributors to power engineering field. That is why we are taking membership. We are joining a professional association. We are working in a professional community, and the fundamental objective is that to contribute to the power engineering society and power engineering field, and thereby we will become higher grade members or reputed personalities in that field. How IEEE Power and Energy Society can contribute to that dream? Lot of opportunities are there. Dr. Rahul has explained it in an elaborative way with his innovative teaching skills. I am just repeating that. PES gives us networking opportunities. It has abundance of technical resources. It offers platforms for career development. It gives scholarships and awards. PES organizes conferences and workshops. PES has a lot of technical committees where we can involve in technical discussion, improvement of technical practices, development of standards, etc. Lot of leadership opportunities through all these means. It can provide a lot of leadership opportunities. We can collaborate with people for our research, for our projects, for our thesis, or to work also. A lot of industry insights we will get when we are together in an association. So PES offers that. Professional developments I have already explained. Involvement in this committee and access to experts. Many ways PES is helping us to improve our professionalism. So how networking? So networking happens in various levels. As I told you, in section level, a lot of events are happening. Even in the smallest geo unit, student branch chapter organizes a lot of events. So we can meet a lot of people who are working in different labs in a institute. In student branch chapter level, in student branch level, we meet people of different technical expertise. We meet nowadays, as you all know, engineering is um, uh, not independent. Every field is interconnected, right? How smart grid is evolved, smart grid needs communication. So improvements in communication always help us to improve the grid operation and planning, execution, etc. Uh, Signal processing is required. How PMUs are utilized for improving the power system stability, operation, etc. You know that we need advancements in signal processing. So when we get opportunities to network with people of different research expertise, that is helpful in improving our community as well. Uh, in bigger levels, in global levels, PES supports 30 plus conferences annually. PES TND conference and exposition is the largest in the world. PES general meeting happens. A new conference and exposition started in this year, April. A Grid Edge conference and exposition, a flagship event. Innovative smart grid technologies conference happens in every region. Asia Pacific Power and Energy Engineering Conference is one of the flagship conference we host in Region 10. This time it's happening in Chiang Mai. So all these things are opportunity for us to attend. PES supports a lot of workshops and seminars. PES hosts a lot of competitions. So when we are participating in these events, we get a lot of networking opportunities. PES technical committees. Specific technical committees are there for under Power and Energy Society, which are dedicated to particular, very specific power system domains or subdomains. I can say that these are some of the PES technical committees. Few more are there. I missed them. So we can improve our knowledge. We can contribute our knowledge to the community also by participating in these technical committees. So the slide shows the discount which a PES member gets when we are participating in a networking event. So this is 2019 IEEE PES ISGT Europe. So how much euro we will get as a rebate when we are a PES member, uh, when we are not a PES member. So financial benefits are also there along with the networking opportunities. PES is a hub of technical knowledge. PES publishes highly reputed journals in power engineering domain. Uh, the reputed transactions, as researchers, we all dream to publish in IEEE transactions. And PES publishes a few: energy conversion, power delivery, power systems, smart grid, sustainable energy. New transactions come on energy markets, policy and regulations. PES publishes 2 award-winning magazines, Power and Energy and Electrification, IEEE Electrification, and online access to PES Resource Center. Dr. Babak is here. One of his initiatives it is, and he's a YP, VP. Now we get free access. All PES members get free access to PES Resource Center. It's a wonderful resource archive. A lot of updated technical documents are available there. PES members can access that resource hub for free, and a lot of good documents are available. And probably from next year onwards, PES digital library access will also be provided to PES members. So we grow when we read power people. When power people, in the sense, researchers in the power engineering domain, when they are publishing, when we are reading it, our knowledge improves. It helps us in transition from a normal degree holder to a better professional, I can say. We can participate in IEEE communities. being a PES member. IEEE communities, few of IEEE communities are IEEE smart grid, smart cities, blockchain, smart lighting, Internet of Things, transportation electrification, PES IEEE Smart Village, an initiative to empower electrically isolated rural areas. We can do internship, students can do internship there. So we get opportunities to work with power people, and those opportunities will also help us to uplift ourselves from a degree holder to a better professional. PES is developing ways to address the requirements of industries to improve the workforce, how to improve the human resources for addressing the requirements of industries, how to via various new professional opportunities, improving skill sets, and by assisting industry participants in identifying qualified candidates. PES as a responsible global uh, organization in power engineering domain, PES is helping the industries also. So in the other way, members are also getting benefits. PES conducts internship and job fairs. Then we are engaging with undergraduate and graduate level. We are engaging with K2 schools, plus 2 schools in India and in the other countries in region 10 and across the globe. We revise energy undergraduate and graduate level content. We give inputs to that. We support trade schools. PES uh, conduct site visits, field trips, and hands-on training programs are being organized by PES. So it enhances the growth of, again, I can say that degree holders or potential people in power energy domain to become better professionals. How to join PES? A lot of uh, revised rebates are there. New student members membership or renewal is just $1. We can use codes for that. Now PES is offering PES Essential higher grade membership. With this code, we can get it for free. And PES Celebrate 50 offers 50% membership discount for essential higher grade membership. So joining PES is also nowadays less is of less burden. So we can pay a very nominal fee, not even nominal, less than nominal fee to become a PES member and utilize all its opportunities and benefits. How PES is supporting students and YPs. A lot of corporate engagement programs are being executed. MOUs with industries, government organizations for jobs, internships, and training programs are uh, offered by PES or done by PES. Zonal expert lecturer pool. I will use another slide to explain what is a zonal expert lecturer pool. We launched India internship program as a pilot program in region 10. It organizes expert talks, blended learning programs, job fair platforms. So all these things will again help us to improve our uh, involvement in professional domain. PES offers a lot of scholarships. PES Scholarship Plus initiative is offered for undergraduate programs in USA, Canada, India, Italy, Peru, and Puerto Rico. PES Outstanding Student Scholarship is distributed for master's students worldwide. So joining PES is rewarding. This is something about the zonal expert lecturer pool formation. Region 10 is taking initiative and self program self-based programs are being planned across region 10. Student internship program was launched in India. Hyderabad sector as a Hyderabad chapter in West Zone hosted the pilot program. 3 engineering institutes participated. Internship is being offered on solar PV technologies. MOU is signed with participating institutes. Students are required to be PES members. That's the only requirements. Completely free internship program for almost 4 weeks. So, which is catering to the mandatory internship requirement by uh, academic governing body AICTE in India. And PES could improve the industry academia engagements and collaborations through these partnerships. And PES membership also improved when this program is being offered to students for free. 88 new members have joined in Hyderabad section chapter. So this is how we grow uh, together. PES is also growing, and students or members are also getting the benefits. So this is a slide which explain which tells my association with IEEE. IEEE has been a constant source of inspiration, and I can say that it has been my friend since I took a membership in 2009. I took a membership in 2009 during my undergraduate days. I was doing my BE in a self-financing engineering college in Kanpur. So in 2010, there was a 2008 to 2010, the recession was at its peak. There were no jobs. So when I graduated, I couldn't find a job. So I was about to join in a BPO company. But at that time, uh, in in Mysore, 2010, in Mysore, a big workshop was organized on smart grid technologies. IEEE PES Bangalore chapter hosted it under the leadership of Dr. Ramakrishna, who is currently the Region 10 coordinator for PES. So I have seen that brochure and all. I just applied for that even. I was a IEEE and PES member that time. I just applied for that program. So he just admitted. It was not intended for students. It was intended for reputed people who are doing research. For regulatory commission people, utilities. So was a big event, but he just admitted my request. I attended it there. So before going there, I was about to join in a BPO company. But after going there, I understand that something big is happening in power and energy domain. Uh, I heard the term smart grids for the first time there, and the smart grids are coming up. So I should not join in a BPO company right now. I should join. I should come to power energy field, power engineering field. That decision or that thought came to my mind. So uh, a degree holder who would have gone to that side has come to power engineering side. I cleared gate exam. I did my MTech on power systems at College of Engineering, Thiruvananthapuram, and then I. After specializing in power engineering, I worked as a faculty at Christ University, Bangalore for a couple of years. Then I joined at IIT Kanpur for my PhD in power engineering. And uh, after completing 7 years of research in, distribution system optimization, I completed my PhD in last July 2023. I was very humble to say that I I was one among the best outgoing students there. So right now I'm going to do my postdoc in power engineering area. So all these things happened just because I attended a PES event. And the thought which I got from that particular event to join to come to power and energy domain, that helped me to achieve a lot of things afterwards. And my association with IEEE since then, glimpse is given here. In wherever I was involved in IEEE and PES. I started PES student branch chapters or IEEE student branch branches there. A few travel support I got. In 2016, I did my first international trip with the help of PES to attend the second IEEE PES Global Student Congress in Malaysia. 2018, I attended the third version in Brazil. Uh, in 2020, I won the IEEE Outstanding Volunteer Award from UP section and also from India Council that year. In 2020, I was appointed as the secretary of IEEE PES UP section. In 2022, I was inducted in Global Executive Committee of PES Student Chapters Committee and served as the Educational and Technical Activities Subcommittee Chair. And during this year, I was appointed as the Secretary of PES Region 10. So this was the journey. In fact, I got a lot of benefits from IEEE and PES. My entire professional growth PES and IEEE have been contributing a lot. So the benefits which I have got, all of you should also get, probably better way. So that is why uh, I am here today to present this benefits and opportunities to you. So some of the photos which gives me happiness, I'm just sharing with my friends, is Professor Noel Schulz. He was former PES president. She visited us in IIT Kanpur, so this is a snap from there. This was the second PES Student Congress happened in Malaysia. Uh, this was in Brazil with with uh, Mr. Frank Lambert. He's no more, but so I won the convocation award from IIT Kanpur. So how PES has transformed my thought process, my professional growth. Uh, that is something which I want to convey to you. Hope you will get better benefits in your professional way, being with PES and IEEE. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, I can answer that.
Yeah, it's a really great session by Dr. Vinith and Dr. Rahul. Uh, Actually, the journey when we are going to see started from 2009 and now 2023, and even whatever your topic, I think that is a direct example about your story and your what you can call line, right? 2009 you started as a student. Now 2023 you are leading a IEEE Region 10 PS secretary. So how that elevation from student to the office barrier. So really, it is a great insight today with from Dr. Vinith and Dr. Rahul. Uh, I want to say only one thing: when we are going to join IEEE, I think will not lose anything, but 100% we can gain something. That is maybe I can give single point. We can't lose anything. Okay, maybe money is the second matter, but we can gain so many things. And I think today, good example, we three are connected. We three are, that is a good networking. So it is a great to go ahead. Thank you so much for your gracing on the in
I
this
want to
occasion. Yeah,
I
yes,
want to add one more thing is that as Vinny mentioned actually regarding the now few are left the topic of IEEE. We are looking for IEEE PES journal obviously, and also IEEE PES electrification journal is now these days outstanding. I read it
Yeah.
now these days, but so many are missed nowadays. So I want to stress that thing also again. Keep it reading on electrification. I think the editorial by editor is Sweden, right? KTS, right? I don't. I think so. It was now these days outstanding electrification magazine from PES that also everyone should consider for the your readings. Uh, and if now in October 1 to October 15, IEEE day activities, I think so. Vehicular electrification that IEEE society also free, so that also you can purchase now these days as a member, IEEE PS member, I think so. Yeah.
thank
Just
you.
one more thing. One
Yeah,
more
yeah.
thing. Actually, what I have observed as a student leader, or after that as a faculty advisor, faculty counselor, now in region level office bearer, one big issue which we face is to attract new students to join IEEE, because people usually expect immediate benefits. But when we are joining a professional community, benefits will come over a period of time. So in all ways, in every ways, benefits will come. You may get a funding for international travel. You may get some goodies. You may get some other benefits. All are rewarding. All are we all enjoy everything. Probably everything, but it will take some time. For example, I can say that I took my membership in 2009. My first international trip for an IEEE event happened in 2016. But only thing what I did was like I kept my membership always. I never was away from IEEE and PES. So on a later stage, we'll get benefits, positions, opportunities to speak, opportunities to meet. So only thing, join, involve in activities, and we will grow together. So that's something which I want to remind you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Rahul and Dr. Vinith, for gracing this occasion. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you,
Yeah.
Devendra. Thank you, Vinith.
Now I request host to play a video. Yeah, we will. Yeah, welcome back. Now it is the last second session by Babak Enayat from Vice President Education IEEE PES. We welcome you, sir, for today's session. Before that, I will introduce Babak Enayat. Babak Enayat received his PhD in electrical engineering from Clarkstone University, USA in the year of 2009, and he joined New Leaf Energy in 2022, and he is currently the Director of Engineering. Babak's team provides engineering service for the development of solar, wind, and energy storage facilities. Prior to joining New Leaf Energy, uh, he worked in the utility industry for 13 years, holding in various grid modernization engineering and managerial positions. He joined IEEE in 2006 and currently is a senior IEEE member. He currently serves as a vice president of educational on the IEEE Power and Energy Society governing board. He is the current chair of the IEEE PES Transmission Subcommittee. He serves as a vice chair of the IEEE Standards on Interconnecting Distributed Energy Resources, which we can call DER, and the electrical power system. So I welcome you, sir, on this introduction. Please take care of the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Devendra. Appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's fine. It's fine. Please go ahead.
Excellent, excellent. So yes, happy to be here. And I don't have any slides, so I'd rather have more like an interactive panel session and a conversation. But yeah, it's very happy to be here. I've been serving as as you mentioned, the vice president of education for IEEE PES, and prior to that, I was also involved in a PES governing board. As a member at large for industry outreach, and also as a member of the long range planning for PES as well. So starting from 2006, when I joined PES as a student member, until right now that I'm the VP of Education, I've gone through a journey of having various assignments and tasks within PES, plus above all of those, I would call it opportunities that PES provides for career development. In terms of networking, having access to many mentors and publications, being connected to some of the industry leaders that I've had the honor of working with in the past as mentors. So I moved from senior engineer at my full-time job to my current role as senior director of grid modernization. In this career development growth that I've gone through, basically the PES and the resources that PES provided has played a key role in my success. Many industry advisors that I had helped me making the right decisions throughout my career, and if I had any sort of like technical questions, I utilized PES as one of the best resources for my career development, and making sure that I have all the answers that I need for my work as well. So yeah, great experience. One of those examples that basically I can say that PES significantly helped me in my career development and transitioning from being like a newbie in the industry to where I am right now. And I'll be happy to dig deeper into that experience with the audience today.
Yeah. And can I some more enlights on how the regarding IEEE PES, especially for education. So how it will help? Maybe can you use some points on that? Maybe you can.
Absolutely. Yes, that's a great question. Thank you, Devendra. So IEEE PES education provides lots of educational material to PES members and students as well. So uh, we have developed educational material in like very many different categories. So starting from like students all the way to like those who have been in the industry for over 20 years. So we have material for almost everyone. All of our material, like educational material, are currently posted onto PES Resource Center. So if you Google IEEE PES Resource Center, that would take you to the Resource Center website. One of the initiatives that I made sure that I execute while being a VP of Education was this mission called Free Education for All Members. I strongly believe that we all should receive good quality education regardless of the country that we're from, our wealth, and race, and anything. Basically, like anything, everything should be put aside, and we just make sure that we all receive good education, and especially like in countries that there's like poverty there, like members are struggling with maintaining their membership, student members are struggling to pay their dues. I had to make sure that they receive the same quality education that students in the US and some other countries receive as well. So we implemented this free education for all members mission, and what it means is all the material and the resource center, except some professionally developed courses. Like courses are different, but like webinars, white papers, tutorials, plain talk recordings, things like that, that touch more like based on the the basics of engineering, and also moving on to like more advanced type discussions. The we have those resources available free of charge for all of our members. So if you're a PES member, student, regular member, or even or senior, and of course fellow, you have free access to all of our educational material, and that's a great advantage, especially for students. Um, these days, there's a lot of focus on climate change. There's a lot of focus on grid modernization, um, to make sure that we're adopting the climate change, like on the electricity sector as well. So we have developed lots of like webinars, and training material like tutorial recordings and so on, that the students can definitely take a look and watch those recordings. And one thing that I always kind of focus and emphasize on is, like, students, when they watch the recording, they can go to the next level and either like contact the author of that session and the presenter, and add more context to it and ask questions. This really helps the students from the perspective of how can they basically create a cutting edge, like a graduate level thesis for their research as well.
I hope there are many foundational courses are available through PES, right?
Yes,
Uh,
that is correct. Yes.
yeah, yeah. I have one more question regarding PES material through IEEE Explore. So, can you enlighten on that?
Yes,
Uh,
absolutely. So IEEE Explore. Um, so there are like many journals and transaction papers and conference proceedings published there, and of course, like, there's a charge associated with some of these papers. Recently, when I say recently, I would say in the past, I would say 4 or 5 years, um, there's been this new initiative that PS has started with free access journals. So they call it open access, basically. So in this type of publication, I mean, it goes through the same level of merit reviews and the technical aspect of the paper is kind of being dealt with like similar to other transaction papers, but it's free for um, for those who have access basically to IEEE Explorer, um, and they're like IEEE members, I would say. So that way, I mean, there's a financial piece that is taken care of by the author at the beginning of the publication, but the paper is available for the students to download free of charge and use it for their dissertation.
it's a really great material because even though I am also member, really I'm using e-resources provided by IEEE PES. Nowadays, whatever we are going to say like artificial intelligence, machine learning, cyber security, everything, most of the data are available in e-resource. Maybe you are the one of the office barrier and governing bodies. As per my basic ground level as a volunteer, I want to have one. Maybe I can say like how we are conducting like IEEE PS Day and IEEE Day. Similarly, can we make our one in a global level? How we can use effective resources of IEEE PS? And maybe we can go for like announcement of one day to explore the IEEE PS resources because as we know many of the students even though they are member but they are not undergone. Okay, if you are explore, I think we can grab more member to our system and they can explore well in IEEE PS.
That's actually a really good point. I'm glad you brought this up. I think you know I need to feed that back to the board and make sure that we develop maybe like some tutorials, not tutorials, but more like webinars on how to actually have access to all of these IEEE resources.
Yes.
And PES should be a good start for that. And like on the PES Resource Center, maybe we need to record like a 1 hour webinar and just to kind of browse, teach the students how to browse, in the on the website, where to find things, and the same for IEEE Explorer as well. That's an excellent point. Definitely, I'll discuss it with the VP of Publications as well.
Thank you, Dr. Anat. I think your insights are very useful and really very happy to connect as a global leader to have some words and to know the present status in the PES. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andra. It was a great pleasure to speaking with you and the audience here. Um, my my advice to the students is that be very picky about um, the next chapter of your life, the next career that you're gonna pick. Always, I know financials could be a piece of your decision, but always look at the opportunities that gives you the growth chances as well. And um, so money will come with that later, so don't like just consider the finance piece and let the the growth chance go away, or like you have like a limited opportunity. So PES has provides many mentorship programs. I'm sure like previous speakers have talked about that as well. So if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. The organizers of this event do have my contact information, and I'll be happy to connect you with the right folks within PES that can help you make some key decisions for your career and have a good growth and your job as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for
Take
great
care.
discussion.
Thank you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are come to end of our IEEE PES YP Asia Pacific Regional Summit 2023. Uh, I want to call uh, uh, Albin Pal. He's a chair PES young professional. Before that, I will introduce a brief about him and I'll go for a closing remarks and 2 days summit summary. So Albin Pal volunteering as a chair and of IEEE Power and Energy Society Young Professional Committee and a mentor of IEEE VJCAT student branch. He is served as a secretary for IEEE PS Young Professional from 21 to 22. He is a dedicated professional who has taken on leadership role within the IEEE community and is making significant contribution to the field of humanitarian technology. He holds a bachelor degree technology in mechanical engineering from APJ Abdul Kalam Kerala Technological University. He is currently pursuing an executive master in business administration from Narsi Munji Institute of Management Studies in Mumbai. Currently employed at Jazz Plastic Automobile in Hungary. Halbin initiated his IEEE volunteer journey as their chair of the IEEE site, VJCET student branch. He successfully coordinated projects such as IEEE site funded like a smart classroom among the woods and also contributed to the IEEE Region 10 humanitarian technology activity funded project named called Let Us Unchain It. He served as a humanitarian activity coordinator for IEEE PS Young Professional in Kerala and PS Kerala chapter. He also chaired the IEEE Sustainable Future Summit in 2020 and was project communication chair for IEEE PS HAC Humanitarian Technology Project Design Competition in 2021. He received the Outstanding Humanitarian Activity Volunteer Award from the IEEE Kerala section in the year of 2021. So, from brief introduction, I call Paul to take a closing remarks and 2 days. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Devendra, for the kind introduction. So for me, it's very happy and glad to be here for the second edition of IEEE Power and Energy Society Young Professional Regional Summit. So yesterday we start the section, so happy to be begin the section, and when it came to end, so happy to be to share the closing remark for the Powering the Future Summit. So in these 2 days, we have a lot of speakers. They share more about IEEE and Power and Energy Society, and the career development and the humanitarian activities workshop and senior member elevation talk. So coming to the first day, we have the inaugural address from Jessica Ma'am, IEEE PES President, and Julio, the Vice President of IEEE chapters and membership. So from Jessica Ma'am, we heard about that like the every IEEE membership is a dream. So for that, how PES is contributing to fulfill our dreams. So Jessica ma'am shared a lot more about the each activities or each volunteering opportunities or the treasure is within the IEEE and Power and Energy Society, and she shared the mm, promotional code for or the uh, next year IEEE membership. If you miss that section, the recording will available in PES YP YouTube channel, so you can check that and grab that opportunity to be a PES member. And if you are a student member, so it's available at $1. And in this section that we had the amazing volunteering journey of the two or the vibrant young professionals. So there are a lot of opportunities for you. And so I would like to extend my thanks to Jessica man to accept for accepting our invitation and be share her experience and volunteering opportunities in power and energy, especially for the young professional. So she mentioned that there is a lot of volunteering opportunities for the young professionals to part of PES technical communities. So if anyone interested, you can reach out to PES young professional team. We have the chapter representatives and a regional team, so you can reach out to them, or you can contact us through our social media channels. And from the Julio section, that he share more about the young professional contribution for the climate change to uh, climate safer future. So you may know that the we are the PESYP Powering the Future Summit. It's one of the flagship event of PESYP. So in this virtual summit, we are for this year, we selected the theme that accelerating climate solutions, innovations for a sustainable future. So as part of this, or as considering as the pre-event of our summit, so we hosted the three regional summits. So, and we begins with the regional summit for USA, Canada, and then later for the Europe, Middle East, and Africa, and for this is which is focusing more on the Asia Pacific region, and the summit is coordinated by our Asia Pacific regional team. So yeah, so he shared more about the title and how young professionals can contribute to the field, and what are the uh, expectations from young professional to achieve this goal. So I would like to extend my thanks to Julio for accepting our invitation and to have a great session on the topic and about the PES uh, membership and chapters. Then after that section, we had a great talk by Kasim Sa. So it's about the IEEE senior membership. So as a young professional, the next stage of our volunteering or the next stage in IEEE is to be elevated to senior member. So through the almost 30 minutes or 45 minute section, he delivered the almost every details that he covered the every essential details for about the senior membership and what are its benefit and how we can apply for all these, what all things need to be considered during this application. So I encourage every young professionals who are eligible for the senior membership. So you can contact your professional chapter chair or the IEEE section chair. And if you wish to know more about that, it's also available in our YouTube channel. Then after that, then our first day section, we so I would like to express my thanks to Kasim sir and also the moderator of first day section. And when come to the second day, we begins with a great workshop, which shared the humanitarian workshop, which it's a really an insightful section that our speakers Sheikh Fatah sir here he shared the innovations for the sustainable future. So it's I believe that everyone who attended this section they got some benefit or some insight through the various innovations and how we can contribute to achieve this and what is the important and of the climate change innovations. So I would like to express my thanks to Sheikh Fatah Saq for having a great section. So he shared the slide for his workshop. So after that, I will share it on the PES YP community WhatsApp group, and so you can reach, you can get it from there, or you can write us to IEEE.PES.YPC@gmail.com. So we are happy to share his PowerPoint presentation. Then later that we had a great section from two young dynamic engineers, young professionals. So the Vinith and Rahul, those so they are volunteering in IEEE young professionals and the student team, and so they shared their experience, how they get benefit from the IEEE, and how their professional pathway is supported by the IEEE PES. So it is a really encouraging session for me. I get a lot of inspiration from them, their experience, and they shared much details about the value or the benefit from the IEEE membership through their own experience. So I would like to express my thanks to both of them. And then we had a great section, or the introduction meeting with the Vice President of Education, so Babak Sir. So I would like to express my thanks to him. So he shared much detail, more details about the technical resources that is available in PES for the students or young professionals to upskill ourselves and to gain this benefit to grow through IEEE. So that's all about this summit. So I would like to thanks also the moderator Devananda for the outstanding contribution. So then the entire PES YP Asia Pacific region team for coordinating these events. So they started their work from I think more than 1 month to find the best speakers for you and to communicate with them to host the entire section. So that's the first part of my talk. Then I would like to share something more about the young professional activities from the global team. So as you all know, the young professional, that's those who are after the year first degree to the 15 years. So in IEEE that we are considered as the young professionals. So for us, we have a dedicated team. So currently, I am volunteering as a young professional chair to the PES YP Global Committee, and we have Vice Chair Milad, Secretary Ayman, and Past Chair Sime. And to coordinate all our activities, we wish to provide the benefit in all field. Like we have the industry outreach and entrepreneurship subcommittee, technical activity coordination subcommittee, events and conference subcommittee, academics initiative coordination, then membership development and communication team. So all these committees are led by the great young professional volunteers and some of the so you can see some many of the people from the region 10 and from the different part of region 10, and also to have a great networking with the IEEE young professional across the world. So we have four regional representatives for USA, Canada, EMEA, Asia Pacific, and Latin America. Talha Tanvir, he is leading the Asia Pacific team, and we have a group of dedicated chapter representative in Talha's team. So they are contributing to this event and various other initiatives. Also, to get connected with the other communities within IEEE, we have some license role for the women in power, humanitarian activities, and student activities, and also for the IEEE Day. And like I mentioned earlier, with our one of our major event is the Powering the Future Summit, which we are planning to host in the second and third week of November. So it's coordinated. The Tabil, he's from Bangladesh and he's coordinating in the summit, and we have other role like the webmaster and newsletter coordinator. So for us, the PES YP and professional teams, we wish to create a vibrant community for early professionals in the power and energy sector. And our group is to facilitate knowledge sharing and professional development and collaborate among the professionals. So in our group, we have the people or the recent undergraduate. The recent graduated student to the entrepreneur or industry expert and some academics from the different part of the world. So I invite everyone to be the part of our team. So we wish to promote innovation, mentorship, and industry engagement through our activities. So I would like to share few details about our past activities. So it will help you to know more about our goal and how we are helping our members. So in 2022, we received the honorable mention in IEEE Young Professional Hall of Fame Award. So it's based on considering the activities that we are hosted in 2021. And in 2022, so during that time, I'm serving as the secretary to IEEE PES Young Professionals. So in this year, we introduced the PES YP Ignition Funding. So as part of these initiatives, we are supporting in the YP-driven, YP-focused initiatives in the chapter level. So in 2022, so we supported some events in Hungary chapter, Kerala chapter, Bombay chapter, Sri Lanka chapter, and Nigeria chapter. Then in that particular year, we launched the Powering the Future Summit and the regional summit, and also along with the YP groups and this group of student branch from Bangladesh, we hosted the Mapping the Future in Career Development and Professional Awareness Congress. So all of these materials are available in PES YP YouTube channel, so you can go through it and to get the insightful discussion during this event. So in that year, we also launched the Women in Power FM, that's a monthly talk show, and we introduced the YP Power Tech Technical Newsletter. So we are also present in the leading conferences across the world, which include the Rising Star Conference, PES General Meeting, Texas Power and Energy Conference, and IEEE Region 8 Student and Professional Congress. So, like the Babak sir, he mentioned earlier, the mentoring is one of the important things that a young professional is needed in the rapidly evolving way. So when we step into their professional life, so as a students, that we need to identify to overcome our skill gap or to have a transition to industry profession. So the mentoring will be help. So along with the mentoring program from PES, we have the She for Hair mentoring program. That's a one-to-one mentoring program. So in total, in 2022, we can hosted the 22 events other than the summit. So coming to 2023, so we have some new initiative and we are organizing the best event from the 2022. So we have a group of dedicated volunteers that are actively contributing to young professional or PES, young professional and PES community to recognize their effort. So we introduced PES YIP Outstanding Volunteer of the Month. So that's a monthly recognition program. And if you are actively contributing to young professional in your chapter level or in the other global teams. So we encourage you to submit your profile to PESYP team. So you can find these details in PESYP social media pages. And uh, and also, if you are the chapter leaders, so you can nominate the young professionals who is contributing into your chapter activities. We would like to appreciate the effort taken by the young professional to the society through PES. And we have another, the Enlighten. It's a monthly webinar with the industry speakers. So this program we are hosting in association with the PES Kerala chapter. This recording is available in PES Kerala chapter YouTube channel. So I encourage you to go through this. And if you are uh, representing the PES chapter or section in region 10 or any part of the world. So we encourage to have more collaborative events with the PES YYP. And the other thing is that we are organizing the online skill enrichment training courses or the workshops. So in this year we organize the software training on ETAP. So it's a 7-day session, and on the other one is with the Homer software. This year we also introduced the virtual university lab visit program. I know for the many of our undergraduate students they are interested to pursue their master's career in abroad and with and the other leading universities in India and other part of the world. So through these initiatives that we are connecting you with the leading universities and the professors or the PhD scholars from various universities, and to help our members to know more about their uh, the research activities that they were carried in their labs, and to know more about the admission procedures and the scholarship offers. So through this, we organized the two episodes. The first one is from the National Institute of Technology, Calicut, and the second one from the Cardiff University, UK. The third edition will be, we plan to host it on from the next Monday at 2 p.m. In Central European time. So it's from the Budapest University of Technology and Education from Hungary. So I encourage everyone to join that program. So the program is live streaming from the high voltage laboratory in the BUT University. Also, we have the interaction with the international scholarship recipient, and also with our region 8 team, they introduced the article publication support community. So it's a WhatsApp group that if you are interested to or having some issues in publishing your first research paper, and are you looking for someone to support, you can reach out to PESYP. We have some WhatsApp group with the lot of expert that they will help you to publish your paper in leading conferences, and they be through in this group we are sharing the upcoming conferences, and we have some workshop on this. Also, we have some other interactive activities like the grid game. So this event that we are conducting in association with is IEEE section in US. We also introduced one initiative like PESYP forming future leader initiative. So as a person, a young professional who is representing the PES global team, so actually we would like to know more about what are the expectations from us. For a young professional, what is your expectation from us? So through this initiative, currently we launched two surveys, the perception survey and the industry connect survey. So you can check these details from our the social media platform, and we encourage you to fill the form. And in total, in September, other than the submit, we conducted 22 events. So this all about our young professional activities. So, and the PS tool for motivation in the Jessica, ma'am, Julio, and all our speakers, they share much details about that. So that's why I don't wish to share these details. So like I mentioned earlier, we have certain other opportunity to get connected. So we have PESYP community WhatsApp group, so you can screenshot this image and you can join our community. And we have another volunteering opportunity like PSYP chapter representative program, so you can join this section. So you can join us the chapter representative and be interested. You can represent your chapter in our team, so we encourage more response from you. And we have the another YP perception survey, so I encourage you to fill the survey form. It helps us to know more about your expectation, and we will coordinate event or initiate some activities to meet your expectation. So yeah, that's all about the PES YP. And if you are not a, PES member, and you can scan the QR code, it's get directed to the membership details. And if you would like to know more about the Power and Energy Society, you can scan this QR code to know more about. And yeah, all just concluding. So I would like to thank everyone who is joining through the PSYP YouTube channel, Facebook, and LinkedIn page, and we received a lots of comment through our social media. So thank you very much for your active participation. And we have something another like the call for ambassador. So like I mentioned earlier, so we have this summit coming soon. So if you're interested, you can be part of the team and by an ambassador. Yeah, that's all about the volunteering opportunities with IEEE. And thank you very much, the audience, and also to the organizing team to have a great event. So over to you then. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. It is a great insight, Paul. It is really, see, I think the 2 days really we enjoyed each and every session. We got very good speaker from different places and different experience and different office positions. So I would to say this is the last word. We are completing IEEE PES YP Asia Pacific Region Summit 2023. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, so yeah, we have our summit for which is focusing on Latin America in next Saturday, and it will be in Spanish and English. So some of the section in Spanish also. So if you are interested to learn something in Spanish, you can stay tuned to our channel,
Yeah,
and some of the section in English also.
yeah. We can connect. We can connect.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
bye. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. Bye everyone. Thank you so much for joining the summit.